And thanks for staying with us on Sports Sunday. Queensland coach Billy Slater is with us. He's enjoyed every moment of that for the last couple of minutes.
Good morning.
Very much.
Good morning.
Hey, 4 days on, Billy, how do you reflect on that performance? Because it's different. As time goes by, you see different things, little things. What did you think about it?
Yeah, I think as a coach and the playing group, you probably enjoy it for about 24 to 48 hours. Now the process starts to think about, OK, what's next? The job's not done yet. There's still 2 more games. We've got to focus on what we can control in the next couple of weeks. And the players have gone back to their clubs, and great to see a lot of them backing up this weekend and repaying the faith that they put into their clubs. And that's what's got them there in this arena. But, yeah, wasn't it some sort of game? I was just actually talking to my enemy become colleague today, Brad Fittler, off air, and it just never disappoints, this arena, and it just continually raises the bar. The drama surrounding the games is incredible, and for our point of view, the toughness and resilience from this footy team was there to see in that last 10 minutes.
Sitting pitch side at the Adelaide O was incredible. The biggest cheer was you. The second biggest cheer was for Freddie. It was an incredible night. What about your number one? Did a fantastic job. A lot of noise beforehand. Ponga being left out after being so great in Game 3 last series. He stood up, didn't he? He was fantastic.
Yeah, he was good, Reece. Look, we all see Reece's brilliance and his speed, his involvement, throwing a brilliant pass. And he had glimpses of that through the Origin game, but it was his toughness, his want to play a role for the team that was needed. And I think that's what would have made him most proud, and that's what would have gained the respect of his teammates and the people of his state. So did a fantastic job, backed up last night for the Broncos. That club has done a whole heap for his development and the players in the Broncos, so it was good to see that he backed up for them last night.
Billy, so much about Origin comes down to big moments and winning big moments. One of those big moments was Lindsay Collins going through and getting up above Teddy and running past 5 New South Wales Blues players. What was your reaction in the moment, but also what was his reception when going back into the dressing room after the game?
We all love Lindsay. Anyone that knows Lindsay, and the Roosters would attest to this, no one's more professional than Lindsay Collins. He was ready 2 hours before we got on the bus in a suit, Lindsay. That is dead set no lie. He's just that sort of guy, and to put himself into that position. Cameron Munster also came from the other side of the field. That's what Origin's about, is putting yourself in the position, not necessarily making the play all the time, but putting yourself in the position. And we didn't really have a right to be in that position. We lost both our wingers, we lost both our back rowers. Our centres were a halfback and a forward at the end of the game, and we went down to 12 men. You couple that with a few of the stats that went against us, it was an incredible Queensland victory.
Now, shoe on the other foot. Often when you lose a game, the team tries to overcompensate it. They get a lot of things looking at them, whether it's selection or how they're playing. How do you not buy into that and stick back? Not you, but the other guys.
Yeah. No, it's
program.
Yeah, it's important, Georgie, to focus on what you can control. And I'm sure New South Wales will take a whole heap out of that game 1. They were leading the game, in that last 10 minutes. We go down to 12 men, and they probably felt like that they deserve to win it. So I don't think there'll be a whole heap of changes. In terms of improvement, I think there'll be a bit of improvement from both sides. So look out for game 2.
Going back to Clubland, Jason Ryles, 4-year deal, apparently turned that down at the Dragons. As a coach of a State of Origin team, and now that you're coaching, Billy, how do you see that club now when you're sort of offering up things like that and people aren't going there? He's decided to go down to the Storm instead.
Yeah, look, I don't read too much into it. Jason Ryles has obviously had a choice to make, whether he takes over the Dragons or heads down to Melbourne with a view to take over the Melbourne Storm in the future. And he's decided, he's played for both clubs, he's got an affiliation with both clubs, so I think that's pretty important. But for the Dragons, they've got a great roster. They've got a good young group of players coming through with a lot of talent, and that would be an attractive squad for any young coach or ex-coach that is looking to get back in the game. So it's not all doom and gloom for the Dragons, I don't think.